Hello everybody, welcome back to Kusogrand8 and Tierkal, thank you for subbing. I very much appreciate it. Oh my gosh, what a fantastic day. Honestly though, I've been trying to put in a lot of work to make other things be profitable as well. Doing the escape room, the traveling escape room has helped a lot to cover the bills. I've got some other stuff that I'm doing to try to get things covered so I don't have to pressure people too much here, but it is still extremely appreciated here. Many thanks. Now with that said, Crappy, you gotta do your waddle. Crappy, you want to waddle for us? You want to take us over to the game reveal? Come on. Watch out, a butthead. Yeah, you never want to just walk across the screen and have a butthead show up, do you? Well, everybody, say hello to our GM for match number 2, and a GM who you're probably gonna see later when we do the Retro Book Club stream right after Kusogrand8. Say hello to Polk Kitsune. Polk, come on in, you foxy boy. Foxy they, them.
Fighting villains from afar. You gotta find first gear in your giant robot car. Sorry.
Giant robot car? Do you have giant robots for us?
Maybe.
I
Possibly.
don't even know.
Where are we going?
Okay, Polk, what are you doing? What are you giving? What's happening?
All right. Today I'm giving out one of my games of my childhood. It's been a long time, yeah, and it's a universal truth that, as I was saying here, everybody loves giant robots. Even more so when it's about giant robots that transform. So when I saw this game as a kid, I was so hyped for it here. So I had to give it a shot here. So I'm gonna give out everybody a chance to play Vortex for the Super Nintendo.
Vortex for the Super Nintendo. Well, everybody get out your electric brains, because the players are going to have 1 hour to try to make as much progress as they can through this. Whoever does takes the victory. Whoever falls behind is the loser. Wow, that's rude.
As you do.
Now, with that said,
Isn't
I
it?
believe that we have a zombie for the match. Is that right?
Yes, we do. Unfortunately, somebody didn't show up. But yes, we do have a certain corny somebody to deliver a zombie.
Oh my gosh, the corniest of them all. Well, as soon as Corndan wants, there we go. I see Corndan here.
Yeah, I'm a zombie. Today's a mess, and so I'm playing today.
Rawr, zombie, that's okay. Like, honestly, I didn't want to stress people out too much because with BBG coming up, you know, there's a lot going on, and you have put a lot of work into making sure that everything behind the scenes goes smoothly. But you're also here to play whatever Polk is given here.
I'm here to play whatever we're playing. I mean, I don't get.
Yeah, I like it. I'm a fan. Well, let's go ahead and jump on over to the screen, because our 4 players are indeed Author Blues, Jal, Pigeon Rat, and Corndan the Zombie. Now, traditionally, our zombies do not count when it comes to actually being
And that
successful.
is fortunately true today, and that's why I'm here and not here.
Yeah, like if you
Because I don't count, so I can sit here and talk about the game.
yeah, occasionally our zombies do count. It really depends on what is happening with the matches. What the freak is this frame rate? Okay, I'm probably gonna have to recapture literally everything. That's fine.
So no, I mean the frame. It's the Super Nintendo and it's the Super Effects chip. The frame rate is going to be correct.
Yep. It uses very few.
It's like 15 frames per second.
Indeed. It tries. It sure does.
Well, I mean, I would love there have been hacks to this. I think it's included in BizHawk, and we can play around with it, where you can overclock the Super Effects chip, right? And people have done this, by the way, to real carts. And so some games like Star Fox, get insanely a lot harder because it plays at 60 frames per second.
Ooh.
It is also insanely fun, and I think Vortex is another game that really benefits from it.
Gotcha.
I can see that, because the frame rate will drop inconsistently. I can guarantee that.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Aye.
Okay, it
There's a
looks like
reason
Author
why I
Blues,
think-
Gel, and Pigeon Rat are ready. I'm just gonna wait for them to take down their identifying pictures. Oh my gosh, of course Author Blues getting the Bubsy action up on the screen.
Of
I mean,
course.
why not? And are you ready, Corndin?
What could
I mean,
possibly
sure.
go wrong?
Oh my gosh. Well,
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
I mean,
Everything.
honestly, there's a lot that could happen. Well, let's go ahead and do the countdown. Everybody, I need you to spam your best robot emotes that you have. What else would be appropriate, Polk?
Indeed.
Cars.
Space, bombs, yes, cars,
Bombs, jets.
And if you don't have bombs,
Jet-
then bums.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
That bomb is the bomb.
By the way, thank you, Bad Chop, for
Indeed.
resubscribing. Good to have you here. As soon as I see movement in the first stage, we are starting our timer. There we go. You can
Indeed.
still spam your emotes. I love to see them pop up on the screen. We've got Vortex, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, so of course the game starts you off being a giant robotic entry storm, and you're on the stage where you can't use one of your form. You're straight up in space. You can't
Okay.
walk around if you try to just to move around with it. It's just gonna crawl.
Well, you can't walk in
You're-
space.
Without ground, you might walk, yes, but you can't go far.
Okay. You won't go very far walking in space. Yeah. I guess
But
that's
it'll
more
let you walk in
appropriate.
space, which is actually useful if you're trying to pick up pickups, because that's the only way you can.
Indeed. All of the modes are not able to actually collect pickups like health, weapons, fuel. Yeah, those you absolutely have to be in walker mode to actually get anything.
Okay.
If
Interesting.
you're not on that, you ain't prepping anything. I made sure to let our players know, because
Yeah, you told us that.
yeah, it wouldn't be fair otherwise.
Okay, it looks like we already have either game over or Jal just restarting.
I believe they've actually done a full restart at this point. Still to do the match. It's not a bad thing just to get a test of the feel of the controls and how it plays. Otherwise, yeah, you're gonna be losing your lives real quick. You might be resetting things.
Oh yeah. In general, in Kusogrand8, we do allow people to do a very small control test, but it's generally not enough to really get the hang of everything. So if you feel like you jump into the game and have a rough start, it's probably not the worst idea to be like,
Apparently
okay.
you didn't start the timer.
Oh, did I not start the timer? Oh my gosh.
Oh, joy.
Okay.
Oh joy.
Well, whatever. Hey, everybody, it's Kusogrand8. Do you know how many days has it been since the last time I didn't start the timer? Well, we got to restart
the
it.
last
We're-
time we had.
What could possibly go wrong? Yes, the timer is another thing that could go wrong.
Bubsy cursed me. Bubsy cursed me. I will probably... okay, let's go ahead and just adjust this real quick and say that we're starting at 2 minutes. This is going to be very much an approximation. Oh my
I
gosh.
suppose you can do-
Never mind. I can't do that. Okay. Ooh, if I do 3 minutes. Okay. Then I can right here. Okay. The timer is not 100% correct, but it's a little more correct than before because I am a dork.
Join the club, get a Aussie t-shirt.
Yeah.
It's all of us. Aye. But
Wait, you have
mentioned
t-shirts?
earlier here that I sure hope we do.
Sweet.
If we don't, we should. I'd walk around with a big K on my back. It'd be great.
Well, okay, so what is the goal? What are the players trying to do in this game?
Right.
Stuff.
And the first... in the very first stage, it's very straightforward. It's very Star Fox-like. You just have a corridor that you can get through and beat the boss at the end. Very simple. Second stage is every stage is rather unique and a little bit more complicated. Like in stage 2, it'll be an open world where you gotta go collect keys to collect discs in order to unlock the boss at a certain point and be able to make progress there. But for now, they're just gonna be beating our heads onto the first boss, which is currently present on the blue side. And it's gonna get a little rough.
Yeah.
The only downside is there's not like a checkpoint. So when you die, right, which I will, you have to go all the way back to the beginning of the.
All the way to the beginning.
Don't die, Gordon. Don't do it.
Have you tried not dying?
Yeah, that's a very good strat.
I'm working on that.
Aye.
But with that said, like, okay, the demo had a really terrible frame rate. This is actually kind of doable. This doesn't look too bad. So my big question is, why is this on Kusogrand8?
It's bad.
Oh, okay, so it is bad.
Oh, yes. This first stage is very mellow. I expect a lot of players not to get past stage 2. It will most likely happen. The game does not. The frame rate will go down once there are multiple things spawning. You can die very easily. It takes no time at all for that. And stage 3, nobody's gonna get through that. Nobody. And it seems like it plays decently well. The control, there are about 1,000 different kind of controls placed on it. That trying to think about it on the moment here. Well, it's like controlling giant
honestly, the real truth of the matter is the controls are not terrible, provided like you're used to like dealing with games in that sort of large sense, right?
Okay.
Like Y and A are your left and right hand weapons, right? So you have to remember that your your whatever you are has different weapons and like whatever you've got, right? It has like the different weapons, the different modes, all of that. So once you know that that's a thing, right? It's not a problem.
Indeed.
So after that, it's kind of like flying Star Fox.
Okay.
Right. Like in the flying stuff here, right? I'm in the Sonic jet because it's the easiest way to. Right. It's controllable.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like the jet. Like, you don't really need wings like that when you're in space, though.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Not really. But you need a jet.
I mean, if you're going to be flying over a planet, then sure, go ahead and keep the wings.
You need thrust.
But yeah,
as soon as you enter atmosphere.
You can literally be any shape in space. It's fine. It looks like Author Blues is on to the next stage. That means that there is solid progress happening on Author Blues' side. By the way, our referees are here helping to keep track of the match. Our referees for this match are Super Linkura Chip. We've also got Morphing Battle Taven. Hazel Shade is lost in space. Uh-oh. Zombie Ref Not Electa. Did Corndam bite you? Oh no. And then finally, Mendez in space. I love it.
Everybody in space.
Anytime you can have a Muppet Show reference, I'm okay with that.
He's good. Now, content did skip a part of section that is required. Don't know if you noticed, but yes, the game also has first-person elements inside of it. Whenever you enter into a tunnel or one of those spaces, you will go to first-person view where you can't see how your body is. What's going on?
First-person elephants? It's a joke. Yeah.
Alright, but the goal for this year, as I mentioned a bit more here, is to collect keys and discs. If you look in the lower right corner of the screen, you'll see the triangle, the square. That means you currently has 2 keys.
Oh, I see the first person. Yeah. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, this is bad. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I have changed my review from, oh, this looks okay, to, oh, no. Be more careful, Author Blues.
Now, the bottom was going up and down. He could not be hit by that. The trap in there, you need to jump over it. You can't do that while in walker mode. We have some problems.
Now the Crusher's just like in Galaxy Quest. Oh no. Okay, yeah, you don't want to get crushed. Good dodges there by Author Blues. He was trying to shoot the missile, but the missile just kept coming.
Not enough damage. The issue will shoot, but your blaster does have a power meter to it. If you keep spamming it, you'll run out of ammunition. Okay, now it's gone to land burner mode, which is your car mode. And it doesn't go far enough, got squished to death.
Yeah, you don't want to get squished when you're a car.
No, you just get turned into a cube at that point.
Aw, poor little car cube.
Now he's going to put right the password in, because yeah, right by the beginning.
Are you serious? Oh no!
Yeah!
Oh, Author
right out of lives, straight to the beginning. Then to start. Then the game.
Do you have additional items?
No, you come in fully equipped as best as you can.
Oh no! Okay, beginning of the level, that's fine. I thought beginning of the game. I was very concerned.
No. Passwords does help for that. Thankfully, does not save the number of lives you have. So it does have a reason for that.
Now, the stakes are actually kind of high for this match because this is a 22-point match. That means that first and second will be moving on. First place will make it to the bracket, second place will make it to the tiebreaker, and third is eliminated, and Corndan is a zombie, and thus does not count in the whole scheme of things.
Indeed. Counting is hard, unfortunately, especially in these kind of moments.
Ooh, very long jump by Author Blues. Okay. Interesting.
Got some big distance.
Oh my gosh, I like the long jump.
It will be needed at points. Now, Walker mode also has multiple weapons to it. It has some homing missiles, a laser blaster, and he's dead.
I mean, he got surrounded by robots. You don't want to get surrounded by robots. That's dangerous.
No. You gotta catch people slowly, but unfortunately, this is open field.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, that jump looks impossible to control well.
Well, hello there.
Oh, hello,
Wow.
Kami. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Would have popped in a bit sooner, but had to sort out some tech issues for later today.
As we do.
What are you talking about? I'm doing most of the tech.
Yeah, we ran into a few problems. I think we have everything sorted, though. Don't worry, Brossentia.
Good.
I would be worried right now.
It's okay. It's okay. What can you say?
I'm telling you.
If everything...
I'm telling you not to be worried. That's exactly why you should be worried.
Yeah, if everything blows up, then whatever. Like that.
Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last time.
Yeah.
The only thing that never breaks is that everything breaks.
Yeah, now, Okami, obviously the host for Retro Book Club, we will be doing that after this match. There will be 5 of us playing various games. We don't know what the games are, although just because I did a little setup, I might have accidentally seen a tiny bit of info, but honestly, I did my best to blur my eyes, and I think I only actually know one of the games.
Well, it'll still be fun for sure.
Oh, well, the lucky thing about that one is that I've never played it and I've barely even seen it, so I'm actually very interested.
Alright. So watching where we are in the match, it looks like Author Blues and Jow are in stage 2. Pigeon Rat and our zombie Corndan still trying to trudge through stage 1.
Space.
Have the competitors complained any about the controls? Because I remember the controls being a lot to take in this game.
They're not terrible.
Not terrible when you get used to them, but it is a lot of information to process your first time playing it.
I did give them a
Exactly
full
the amount of
manual.
information you would expect if you had to control a walking mech.
Exactly.
I mean, I
I did
played
give them a full manual.
Mech Warrior. Like, I know
Then you'd
how
be
technical
fine.
it gets. Yeah, I could do this.
See, my first time playing this game, I believe was, I forget if it's when it was submitted for Retro Book Club or when it was put in my shuffler, but I definitely didn't have the benefit of a manual, which I believe the players had, so I had to figure out all the controls from scratch. That said, I believe there is a option in the menu to basically go into a training mode to get yourself used to the
There
controls.
are two, actually. There are two of them. There is a control menu at the very beginning that allows you to test the controls, give you a basic tutorial of it. And there's also training mode, but they did not actually go to training mode. It's more like bonus extra stages. Might be good for something else here, but I did not get them to that. The competition was more than so far, no complaints. At least not verbal.
Alright.
I did
So you
do
can go in the
something
training
really
here. Look, see, training's fine.
Yeah.
good.
Also, not what I.
Get to see a bonus stage.
Yeah.
Oh,
and also,
I like the color of your mech in the training stage. Nice and yellow.
We don't agree with that.
So I don't think competitors are going to catch on to this, but there's a very funny thing you can do in the open-ended stages like stage 2 here, where
I did
you
tell them about that, I believe.
where if you head out the boundaries enough, you get brought back to the stage, but in the process of doing so, you get healed.
Yep. Full heal, full fuel. It's
Yeah.
like, no, gonna just get out of playpen. Here, have a snack, get back on your mission.
Yeah. It's so funny that works. You wouldn't like taking you back to the playfield totally makes sense. I would not have expected it to also act as a heal.
Indeed, that seems a little generous, but with the difficulty of the game, a very welcome generosity. And unfortunately, in some of the stages, that's not exactly an option.
Are the players being mandated to play on hard difficulty, or did you just leave them
on normal.
Okay, they're
On normal.
They're on the standard difficulty. Good.
Yeah. But what's gonna be that? Normal is hard enough.
So, what even is the story of this game? I'm trying to find out. Like, I'm looking at the manual. I don't think it even has a story.
Give me 1 second because I do have the box for this game, so I can read what the back of the box says.
The very beginning of the game, as soon as you start it up, will actually tell Moses' story, I believe.
I mean, I can tell that there are 2 planetary systems, Daberon and Aikido.
Aikido.
That's
So
a
what
martial
you're
art.
telling me is Steven Seagal.
Okay, the back of the
designed this
box. The back of the box does not tell me anything about the story. It tells me a bunch of features of Vortex. Because here's what the back of the box says. Vortex features revolutionary Super FX chip technology. Morph into a powerful walker, a sleek sonic jet, a speedy land burner, or a defensive hard shell. Attack with lasers, rockets, cannons, heat-seeking missiles, and smart bombs. Explore the snow-packed wasteland of Kriston, Voltaire, the mysterious world of trapped asteroids, the scorching desert world of Thermus, and the volcanic world of Magmento. Enter vast mechanical caverns, dodge slamming doors, leap over claw traps, closing archers, and missile turrets. Fight mechanical crabs, centipedes, kamikaze alien pilots, and enormous bosses intent on reducing you to rubble. Multiple camera views that let you view the front of your character as he walks toward you. Full 360-degree rotation. Password feature included. sizzling and sinister techno soundtracks soar through the black void of space and enter the whirlwind of the Vortex.
There's no story.
That's what the back of the box says.
Oh yeah, there's 100%. Hold on, I think I can get to a story, right? Because I don't count. I'm just gonna do whatever anyway.
As soon as you start the game, once the logos are on, it will start reading out the story.
Yeah. So let's go through the story.
Okay.
I'm doing terrible at the game anyway. It doesn't really matter.
Worst case scenario, we can give you passwords to skip through levels, show people what the game's all about.
Presents a game by Argonaut Software. Ooh.
Yeah.
Argonauts.
Argonauts, the guys who designed the
Mayday,
super
coded,
ship.
transmission, blah blah blah, transport.
I believe they were the developers for Star Fox as well.
This is the last transmission we'll be able to send. We're surrounded by the Aikido Ords and have repulsor shields powered for only 4 more hours. However, we scientists have protected the AI core segments with shells of solid black nucleate, which should prove
Nuclei?
impenetrable. Yeah, that one. The black troop, unable to destroy the core, has broken it up into its 5 segments and is taking them back through the vortex to the Aikido system. By the time you receive this, the battle will be lost, but not the war. Take all the equipment you can find, jump to the vortex from which they emerged, and do your utmost to save the core. You're certain to encounter fierce resistance, but you may be able to succeed. If the core is lost, we fear for the future of the civilized galaxy. Uh-oh. You are our last hope. Do not fail us now. Okay, so essentially something that is impenetrable, they broke up.
Oh.
And yeah, that's okay. We know it sounds like it was penetrable because they literally broke it up.
Indeed.
They penetrated
They had
it.
to break it out. Oh my.
Yeah, so even the intro story is not cohesive. Whatever. You don't need cohesion when it comes to a space shooting game. You need robots.
Exactly. Of the giant variety, especially transforming. If you got that, you can save the universe.
Warrior Crixus is blocking the entrance. Uh-oh, not Crixus. I hate that guy.
Not Crixus.
Okay, it looks like Jal is catching up to Author Blues. Jal is on level 2 as well. Now, Author Blues and Jal are both historically strong players in Kusogrand8. I'm not too surprised that both of them are on level 2. Jal could definitely make a comeback and pass Author Blues up, but don't count Pigeon Rat out as well. I believe this is Pigeon Rat's first year. I could be mistaken there, but they've played very well so far in Kusogrand8. I mean, making it to round 4 of the group stage is nothing to scoff at. One of the players will be eliminated, though, so they all need to put in work.
Turns out it's me.
I mean,
I will be eliminated.
Yeah, but that's what you do to zombies. They gotta be eliminated.
Indeed. You're already dead.
Oh no.
You haven't been given the lethal injection for this match, alas.
Now, I have been playing a lot of Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, which is a zombie roguelike. But a little less like specific about like objectives and stuff. It's very open world. But yeah, in order to kill the zombies, you gotta smash the head. Okay? That's the rule. If you just kill the zombie, in a few hours it's gonna get back up and start nomming some brains again. You gotta take care of it.
Now, the Author Blues has collected all 3 keys. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like he noticed what he needs to do with those keys, because those first 6 sections they went through earlier here, those are required, because that's where you found the disc fragments.
Yeah, I believe it's the facility in the top left of the map is where Author Blues needs to go now.
He has not collected a single disc fragment. He has not, well, on this live set.
Oh.
So, for reference, the keys for this stage are the shapes that you see on the bottom right. So Author Blues has the triangle key, the square key, and the pentagon key.
Yes.
Yeah, because they should let you get in, when I recall, they let you get into the underground bunkers. The thing about the underground bunkers is it's a narrow path, and there's an entrance and an exit, and I think Oth was near one of the exits, so they're a one-way path. You can go out an exit way, but you can't go in an exit way. You know, like one of those automatic doors that you see at like at a shopping mall.
Gel is doing a much better way of navigating through these first-person sections. I believe a bit earlier they were able to collect a disc.
Yeah, first-person sections can sometimes be a bit tough to do to avoid taking damage in just because of the perspective. Like, Jal took a lot of damage just now and is basically like a hit away from death. So, in a pretty rough spot right now. I found that the best way for me to get through a lot of these first-person sections was just stick to the basic mech form, and then switch to like jet form if I need to go through some opening and closing doors quickly.
Yeah, it looks like Jal's swapping different modes to see if she can just get through. Okay, good. Yeah, having the lower car in order to go under the beams that are moving up and down worked out, but unfortunately she was going so fast that she couldn't brake.
Yeah, the land burner is good for ground speed, but stopping can take a little bit, which could be very damaging to you in these small underground sections.
Yeah, now I don't really shout out too many follows that I get, but thank you, Cup Noodle, for following me. Is that the official Cup Noodle? Am I being followed by Noodles? Nope.
Yes.
The unofficial Cup Noodle, I appreciate it. Thank you. I think I prefer unofficial Cup Noodle.
I almost bought a Cup Noodle plastic model.
Ooh. It does exist. It's just there.
I'm sure it'd be very tasty plastic.
I'm sure it would be. Right. This is why you shouldn't eat it. And if you think to yourself, I should eat it, right? You've got issues.
If you think you should eat this plastic, don't.
Yeah, just don't.
You may have more problems than just digestion, my friend.
Right, if you feel compelled to eat plastic, that's something called pica. Don't do it.
Alright, so it looks like Pigeon Rat has gotten into stage 2. So
yes.
It's a three-way fight to see who can get out. With half an hour, I expect at least one of these players will find their way out of stage 2.
Yeah. But it feels like none of them have started abusing the get to the edge of the stage and get a free refill.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because like even if you have lives, I don't think there's any checkpoints. Like you don't keep any of your inventory between lives. You have to do the whole stage in one go.
No, Author Blues got smushed. Oh my gosh, this first-person section is so hard.
Listen to the part.
Pigeon Rat, by the way, is currently on the same stage as Jal and Author Blues. Right now, Jal has 2 keys. Author Blues has collected 3. Now, each stage does have a bit of a different progression to it. Because of that, you know, Author Blues and Jal do know that they need to collect keys on this stage. I believe you laid it out for the players, which is good. Yes. And the referees have this information as well.
Of course.
Yeah, let me see what the exact wording was the referees were given. Stage 2, keys and disc fragments collected, yellow shapes in the lower right corner. So, which I believe turns out to up to 6 marks of progress prior to the boss. Because there's 3 key cards and 3 sections of the disc.
Indeed, and once you get all 2 of them, you're able to go to the boss.
Yeah, the boss will be fun to see people try to fight, because I think the first boss is at least decently easy by comparison, because you're just constantly fighting the boss, but trying to fight a boss in a more open area Oh, Zhao's getting carried over to back to the map and getting healed subsequently because of that.
Indeed, that made a difference for them. For her. Meh.
If she's able to just abuse that, like you can stay in this stage for a good while.
Much longer time that way. Knowing the difference between the form also helps you. Walking is great for combat capabilities, but it's kind of medium in the way that its ability is. Hard shell, very high defense, able to take hits, but it has limited number of smart bombs. The line burner, great speed-wise, but controls a little off and a bit more attack power in a fashion. And the Sonic Jet is a lot weaker, it's a little more fragile, but it is the fastest one, more mobility, and that's a decent weaponry.
Yeah, I believe in regards to the hard shell form, when you get hit, it drains your energy instead. So the yellow meter.
Gotcha.
But it is the only form also that allows you to refill your fuel without any pickups. It is solar powered, but it takes a long time to rest there in the sun.
Yeah. Now, I do want to point out that Zhao has 3 keys, putting her at a tie with Author Blues, who also got 3 keys.
Indeed.
Now, Zhao could potentially pass Author Blues if she can manage to get another key before dying, but every time we've seen somebody enter one of these first-person sections, they have not survived very long.
Actually, I believe Zhao has picked up 2 keys and a disc fragment. See, that's the one in the middle with a hole inside of it.
Yeah, the pentagon.
Oh, so the Holy Pentagon is a disc fragment.
Yes.
What the crap? How am I supposed to tell?
Oh, holy pentagon!
Hallelujah!
Oh, apparently Zhao got 3 keys
cards.
first. Okay. Wait, no, Author Blues got 3 keys before Zhao even got to stage 2, didn't he?
By our GMs. By our GMs.
Well, that's why we have referees helping to keep track here. Yeah.
Indeed. And Zhao picked up 3 keys about 20-ish, while Author Blues picked up 3 keys at 22.
Yep, 22 minutes. You are correct. Zhao does have a little bit of a lead. Not much, but a little bit.
Indeed. Grabbing a key fragment for would certainly help solidify that lead.
I'm watching Zhao just back away from the elevator.
Now, for the sake of tracking purposes, keys and disc fragments are created equal.
Yes.
Yeah, you do not need to worry about what the individual symbols need or mean. They just need to get as many of them as they can in order to get through the stage.
The top piece is too much. Yeah.
And Zhao has exploded again.
No.
Kaboom!
That happens. Exploding is a pretty common thing here.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Like, what the crap? These are extremely good players, so the fact that we have death after death after death doesn't really speak about how good the players are, and it speaks about how terrible this game is to control. Now, I love the idea that you have multiple forms of mech that you can switch between, but it still is kind of brutal.
Yeah, Vortex is a very brutal game. I think after having played both it and Star Fox, I think I have more of a fondness for this game than Star Fox personally. But
it's slightly less of a tech demo than Star Fox really was.
Yeah.
You gotta love the concept of it, but the controls, the execution, a little rough.
Yeah, I think this game was a lot more ambitious than Star Fox was, what with having the more open-ended stages instead of being fully an on-rail shooter like Star Fox was.
So I feel like this, right? It is definitely what defines Star Fox 2.
Yes.
Yeah, because Star Fox 2 is a little bit more open-ended from what I remember playing.
And it's more polished.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also has the transformation gimmick behind it.
Yep. So I think they took basically whatever they learned from doing Vortex,
But I mean,
turned it into a more polished game.
Yeah, and they have more time. I mean, what the game released in 2017 totally. That's when they made the game. Yep.
Yep, that's the only when the game came out. Yep.
By the way, the person who did the audio for this game, which the music rocks, I gotta be honest, they also did the audio for Bionicle. Yeah, that's right. Classic Xbox game. We've got Croc and Croc 2, Alien Odyssey for DOS, King Arthur's World for Super Nintendo. You've got Godfather for Amiga. Wait, is that Lemmings for Atari ST? Okay. Last Ninja 3 music conversion, but not the actual music itself. Like, genuinely worked on quite a few good games. And then you've also got Ren and Stimpy Show Fire Dogs, which I never want to see again in my freaking life.
Yeah, what was really weird, like really wild to see. So, 2004 was, unless you want to count Star Fox 2, 2004 was the last release from Argonaut with apparently Catwoman. But their name recently popped up again because of the remaster of Croc that got announced.
Indeed. Dude, that just got announced not too long ago.
So it's just wild seeing the name Argonaut pop up again in the year of our Lord 2024.
You just had a big odyssey. It happens.
Apparently, LV Creed really wants me to know that the person who did the audio for this did Buck Bumble, and I have no idea what that is. So there you go.
I've seen Buck Bumble in passing. That's like an N64 game where you play as a bee or something like that.
I believe so, yes.
But yeah, that one's also developed by Argonaut.
Well, you play as a bee in Banjo-Kazooie. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
You play as a bee in Mario Galaxy.
Yeah.
There's a bee Pinocchio. No, can't remember the name of that one.
Honestly, you play as a bee in Little Nemo, the Dream Master.
Yes.
But all of these games, you're only temporarily a bee. It's not perma-bee, you know?
Whereas you haven't found the perma-bee cheat.
There is Maya the bee.
Okay,
yeah.
What other things can you talk about?
Pinobee, yes, Pinobee, I remember that's the one.
I don't want to think about Maya the bee, okay? She's weird.
There's always B-Movie.
Yeah, but you don't play B-Movie unless you're playing B-Movie the game, which...
Yeah, B-Movie the game.
Exactly.
Honestly, B-Movie isn't as bad as people make it out to be. It's
But is it good?
I mean, I laughed.
Is it at least a B movie?
I mean, okay, it's supposed to be weird. That's the thing. Like, all of the stuff that people make fun of was on purpose. It wasn't them just, like, shooing it in, you know?
Oh, I thought of another B game that we've seen here. B-52.
Oh, yeah.
There's a classic.
We're getting close to two of them getting four keys.
Yeah, both Alpha Blues and Zhao sitting on 3 currently, it appears. Let's see if one of them can scooch on along into the lead.
I want progress.
I also want progress, bro.
Yes. I want to see them to see stage 3 and Recoil and Horror.
Also, I love that you can, like, tank explosions, but a moving piece of blue just murders you.
Yeah, something that happened... I see Zhao is sticking with the hard shell form, which isn't a bad play because, you know, being able to take hits pretty well. But the missiles that come towards you in the first-person sections, actually there are like blue beams that go up and down. If the missile collides with them, it destroys both the missile and the beam, so it clears out a bit more of a path for you.
Yeah.
That looks like one of the
There we
items
go.
of interest for Jam
That's for-
and Author Blues.
Yeah, Author Blues
Blue
getting it
takes the lead.
slightly before Jal, meaning that Author Blues is a tiny bit in the lead tiebreaker-wise. My gosh, this is a close match.
That said, I think Jal has a little bit more of an advantage over Author Blues because Author Blues has the key cards for being able to get into these underground areas, all of which you get on the surface. Jal has 2 of the key cards and 2 of the 2 of the pieces of the disc. So Off's next measure of progress would have to come from going through another one of these underground areas. Meanwhile, Jal, in order to make more progress, has to find the last key card on the surface, which probably is going to involve a little less effort, I would say, between the 2 options.
Because I do believe the map does indicate where the key is, which is a lot easier to locate than the entrances of these bases.
That said, both of them are low on health, so we may be seeing them having to redo the stage again unless they decide to fuel up, which Jal looks like Jal is trying to do at the moment.
Yeah,
hard to
where do
tell.
you go to fuel up?
You go
Here's
to
the
the
map.
boundary of the map.
Yeah.
Where you go.
Open up your map, get
No,
lost.
Author Blues, no!
Author
I'm
Blues is
opening
shot
up-
down. Jal
Well-
goes in for pickup and gets fully healed.
There we go.
That's
Jal
game
has a
over.
very good chance to move back into the lead. Pigeon Rat, by the way, with 3 of the key items here. Pigeon Rat could get tied up in just a little bit, or if they can manage to get 2 items, that would put them in the lead. We'll have to see what Pigeon Rat can do. This is
And these
a good
these
comeback.
players are on 22 points, right? So
Yes.
first place
Yes.
goes to the bracket, second place is
Tiebreaker.
maybe possibly tiebreakers.
Yes, there is a possibility of not having tiebreakers if if we have the bracket completely full, but usually we have tiebreakers.
I hope we have tiebreakers. It's always fun seeing what gets sent in for tiebreaker games for that.
Pigeon Rat is tied up now. We've got 4 items for every player, except for our zombie, who will probably get tied up in just a little bit. Nah, Cornan, you're doing just fine. Yeah, and you got to show us the lore, which honestly I think makes you the
That
winner
did take
overall.
us a lot of time too.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of
Indeed.
time.
Here's the important thing, Corndan. Are you having fun with the game?
I'm not hating the game.
Then you're a winner in my heart.
Like
Exactly.
honestly, I feel like, you know, if you're talking about like this sort of like time frame, right? Like this is a pretty amazing thing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
I would agree.
kind of surprising to me that it got such negative
It made-
reviews.
Well, because it's not very good, right? So I think you have to look at it in 2 different perspectives, right? One is like it straight up, right? You know, created a
That's not right in fashion.
you know, a 3D open world game, right? On a Super Nintendo, which was probably a bad idea, right?
Yeah,
But it kind of proved out, like when we're talking about like things,
Good like
Like,
proof of concept.
yeah,
yeah.
it's a pretty amazing thing, like to prove like that something like this was viable.
Yeah, with
Right?
with a lot of games of this level of ambition, like it's one of those games that I would recommend that people try. Maybe not play it with the intent of trying to finish it, but it's still like interesting to give a try. Though to butt in for a second, Zhao has taken the lead, having 5
Yes.
objects of interest, and
Yeah.
might be
Could be
getting their
the
6
fifth one.
shortly.
We'll have to
Indeed.
see. Yeah, you were all saying that none of the players would make it to stage 3, and that's very possible still. But
I said make it to stage 3, possibly at least 1, but getting past stage 3, now that's another story.
Another player to keep an eye on at this point is Pigeon Rat, who has 4 objects of interest. So if Pigeon Rat can find the last of the overworld keys, is going to pass up Author Blues despite being the last person of the 3 competing players to get into stage 2.
Indeed.
Oh my gosh, I'm looking at this company, by the way. I didn't realize that it was this company that did Star Fox, but they also did Days of Thunder for DOS, and I am very happy because that game is
terrible.
bad. Oh, it is very bad.
Beautiful.
We like the bad, though.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is Kusogrand8, the bad video game tournament, quote unquote bad.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, like, even their first game that they put out called Starglider on Atari ST is also kind of a flying game that sort of has the open world environment. It's just, like, this honestly seems like the best execution that they had up until this point. It's not great, but at the same time, other games like Magic Carpet that came out a little bit later than this, you know, graphically superior and definitely embraced that idea. And if you're playing it on like a supercomputer, it actually was a really cool game. If you're playing it on my computer at home, it didn't run.
What I'm hearing is Argonaut has a type when it comes to the kinds of games they make.
That's what it looks
and
like.
honestly,
yes.
at this point in time, right? Like, Argonaut was good at it. I mean, it's not just like they had a type.
Yeah, like they found something they were good at and they ran with it, and all the better. Looks like Zhao is about to get the last of the pieces of the key. That's the last fastest, so Zhao is set to be able to go to the boss now.
Very nice.
Boss unlocked.
By the way, it looks like Magic Carpet came out the same year as this, but it also came out specifically for PC and PlayStation. It had its own problems, but at the same time, I feel like it was probably more fluid. It was more fluid, definitely. It's got its own problems, though. I found ways to clip through certain invisible walls in that game. Yeah, I need to play all the way through Magic Carpet someday just to see what kind of stuff you can do, because I love it. It's basically a game where you're flying around on a magic carpet. Wow. Kind of like the name, except you get magic in order to throw like spells. So it's a space shooter, except carpet themed. Carpet themed space shooter. Oh my gosh.
That's a combination of words I didn't think I would hear today, but here we are. I'm hoping at the very least we see the Zhao initiate combat with the boss, which probably we'll see if Zhao can find where the boss spawns. And it's going to be an interesting question of whether or not Zhao will be able to beat the boss, but we'll see what comes of that.
And Pigeon Rat has 5 keys.
Yep, Pigeon Rat has passed up Oth at this point, because I don't think Oth has gotten 5 keys at any point yet.
Nope.
That said, there's still plenty of time for them to at least finish up this run. They might start to feel the pressure if they die again at this stage because of how long the stage is, which actually might, yeah, it just happened to Zhao because Zhao ran out of fuel. It is all the way back to the start of the stage.
Oh, welcome to life. Pigeon Rat, though, is in second place with Author Blues, currently up only to 4 and possibly could be eliminated if he doesn't pick up the pace, but that is an explosion. Author Blues back to the beginning of the stage, no keys. Oh my gosh, this is starting to get stressful.
I estimate that our players probably have like one more good push in them to get through the stage, maybe 2 if they're really fast. But They gotta really make this last run count.
Yeah.
As it stands, though, Zhao has 6 keys, Oth got 4, Pigeon Rat has 5, but is still on that same run, so still has a chance to pass up Zhao. Because I assume if Pigeon Rat is able to get to the boss, then that'll be a lead change.
Yes, that would be lead change. Boss reached is another metric on our ref sheet. So yes.
Yeah, Author Blues very much needs to get 6 of the key items in order to stay in Kusogrand8. Oh my gosh. It's stressful. I love Author Blues, but, you know, people get eliminated all the time, you know. The strong players in Kusogrand8 sometimes just get eliminated because a game didn't work for them, or because they played well. It's just that other people played a little bit better.
Yeah, this isn't really like a conventional sort of game that I would see in Kusogrand8, so I wouldn't feel too bad to being eliminated by this. I mean, how often do you get a game like this in Kusogrand8? Not super often.
And we have our first comment from our racers here with Gel going, "Oh, this game stinks."
Probably in regards to running out of fuel on that last run.
Yeah, so we're having questions in chat. Should this be in Kusogrand8? So I've got 2 things to say. First off, I put bad in quotation marks because there are too many people who debate that question. And second, they're only on level 2.
Yeah, I think this game has a place in Kusogrand8. It's definitely debatable whether or not it is bad, but it's definitely brutal enough for a Kusogrand8 game.
There's plenty of janks and tricky controls behind it here, and so many factors inside of it here that is ridiculous.
It's one of those games that they had an idea, and I think they did well in that idea. It was just a little too ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Like
It's asking the Super Nintendo to do too much.
If Vortex was made in like the N64 or PlayStation era, I think it would have been a lot more fondly remembered.
Yep, better hardware too, better ways controls, more buttons available to players. It would have had a whole sorts of things that could have done a lot better.
Yeah, question, does this game have strafing at all?
No.
Well, okay,
Nope.
yeah, that makes this unplayable. There we go.
There
As soon as you have first person with no strafing.
There is a quick turn button and a quick left and right on it here, but no strafing like usual do.
Yeah, that's my criteria. If you have a first-person game and there's no strafing, it's immediately a bad game. End stop. I don't care what you say. Okay, there's nothing that's going to change my mind.
It just needed more buttons. That's why it needed to be on the PlayStation. You'd have double the shoulder buttons for the strafing.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Or you know, analog sticks.
Yeah, get that Super Nintendo analog stick out.
Oh my gosh. I mean, like, they could have created their own custom controller and tried to sell it, because that would totally work.
Yeah.
Well, there are games for that.
How many Super Nintendo games even have, like, custom controllers specifically for them?
I mean, a reasonable amount use multi-tap, but
Yeah.
controllers specifically for the game, like, that's not super common, except for maybe some of the light gun games.
Yes, like Super Scope if you want to count that, but that's for at least a few different games. Lethal Enforcers was released on Super Nintendo, right? With like the Konami Justifier.
But it's still basically the Super Scope.
Yeah,
What
it's still a light
crappy
gun.
name for a light
Just-
gun. The Justifier.
If you're looking for more custom controls, I think PlayStation has more unique on that. Things like the shovel game, for example.
Power Shovel.
Oh, yep.
I'm thinking Super Nintendo specifically at the moment.
There is that one-handed controller meant for RPGs,
Well,
but
Power Shovel
yeah,
was
that
an
one.
arcade game, so it makes
Yeah.
sense that there would be a custom controller specifically for that. Author Blues managed to get out of the first-person section, but just took too much
And
damage
kaboom.
and blew
Yeah,
up. I think this is the last chance, the very last chance.
Yeah, it seems some of our players are starting to really feel that pressure of time is running out. So they're trying to go faster, and because of that, they are taking a lot more damage, and that's something you really can't afford to have in this game. It looks like Jal went into the training area. Might just be messing around because of lack of time. Which is fair. I think it's possible in 6 minutes to get back to where Jal was, but you would have to go super fast.
It's possible Jal
think-
just tried to mash through the menu as well.
Also entirely
Since
possible.
the cursor defaults to be over training. Thank you, game.
Indeed. Kind of says that way.
I definitely cannot get back to where I am. So we're gonna see the story again.
How about I give you a password to let you see stage 3?
No, I'm good.
The plays are missing.
I mean, if you give me the password, sure, why not?
Yeah, give me a moment.
I will take Tied with Author Blues, right, for what I've done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
Alright.
good.
Which is pretty good. Pretty good. Thank you, Stream Hatman, for resubscribing. Good to have you. Thank you for giving me more damage. I need damage upgrades every
Thumbs
once
up.
in a while.
Somewhere Polk is crying.
I was just saying.
And I know some of the later stages are. I think stage 2 is, while I wouldn't say it's the hardest stage, going off of memory, I think it is the most involved stage. Like with the most steps that you have to do in order to clear the stage.
There's a lot to stage 2. I mean, considering nobody has beaten it by this point.
Look,
Yes,
I made it to stage 3.
Whoa! Oh my gosh, good job, Corndan. As it
What a
turns
good
out,
job.
all that's involved to make it to stage 3 is having the password. The player should have thought of that, you know? Author Blues,
Yeah,
by the way,
listen.
having a good attempt. Look at all that health underneath the keys. The red bar is almost completely full. So that's pretty significant. There's 4 keys.
To talk about stage 3 for a second, since Corndan's currently going through it. Stage 3 is one long path. The idea is you switch into the land burner mode and drive through the entire track because you're on a time limit in stage 3.
Oh.
You only have a certain amount of time to get to the end of the course.
Yep. And well, unfortunately, your Sonic, your Sonic Flyer here, it's a whole lot of fuel just being around here.
Yeah, the jet form, like as tempting as it is because you can fly, it uses fuel too fast, which is why you have to use the land burner form.
Oh, I love this.
Because the land
how do
burner
you feel
form,
about
for whatever reason, doesn't take fuel.
as
Or
much?
if it does, it takes at a much, much slower pace.
Author Blues,
Oh,
by
yes.
the way, up to 4 keys, currently taking a decent amount of damage, though. He needs to get health refill.
Author Blues,
Seriously.
Author Blues has. Well, here's the thing. Author Blues, the last 2 keys, are going to be in the underground areas, which are going to take a bit more time. That's the only thing about it. And Author Blues has to hit 6 keys in order to pass up
energy,
Pigeon Rat.
perfect. There was energy in this underground area, which means Author Blues is good for the moment. There is a possibility. Oh my gosh. Author Blues needs 2 more keys to stay in Kusogrand8, everybody.
All eyes on Author Blues. If anybody's going to make more progress at this point, it's going to be Author Blues.
Yeah,
It might
he
be a
is
bit of-
trying to rush a little too much, though.
Yeah, I'm worried that's going
Oh no!
Yep,
And
that's
that
sealed.
is the end of Author Blues' time in Kusogrand8. I think that's probably going to lock it in. I
Yeah.
don't believe anybody can make any more progress. And Author Blues
No.
is feeling it right now. Oh.
That has to hurt.
Well, good night, sweet prince. That is life in Kusogrand.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So, sometimes you win some, sometimes you play Vortex.
Sometimes you put Bubsy back on the screen and torture me. Thank you.
Well,
We're gonna go ahead and let the time run out because we still have Pigeon Rat playing a little bit. You never really know what will happen during the last minute. So, like, there is a possibility of some weird glitch happening, something strange that turns the tides. I won't stop the match until all of the players have stopped playing or until the hour hits.
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say that placements are going to be Gel, Pigeon Rat, Author Blues, and then Corndan used the password and cheated, so Corndan and I guess Corndan being a zombie as well, minor point.
Okay.
so here,
I did start the timer
I'm
late,
just here-
so I will stop it when it actually says time. Sorry, what was that, Corndan?
It's all fine. Did I cheat or did I just make use of the information provided to me? Is that cheating?
I
don't think
you
it
win.
is.
It's fine.
I'm glad because we got to see a little bit of stage 3. Stage 3 is fun.
Stage 3 is an interesting stage in all honesty, right? Because it's basically a race. Like, how do you balance, let me go race right to the end, I'm on a timer, versus enemies that could shoot at me afterwards.
And there we go. That is time. As it turns out, I was only 4 seconds off fixing the timer. That's right, y'all. Good job. We're done. Yeah. And everybody, go ahead and clap. Applaud for our players because Corndan is our victor, making it to level 3 by using the password that Polk only sent to Corndan. But Corndan's a zombie, so it doesn't count. That means that Jal is our victor today. Pigeon Rat second place and Author Blues third. This is a loss for Author Blues. That means that he is unfortunately out of Kusogrand. Always a sad day, but that happens to almost everybody who plays. There is only one person who doesn't get eliminated by the end of the tournament. Well, that was great. Let me go ahead and welcome Jal in to come and chat if they would like. Yeah, Jal's like, I thought I was sure I was in last. And yeah, let me just say, everybody felt that way
It's easy
about
to
this
feel
game.
like that when your high mark in a stage ends up being stage 2.
We died. Yep.
Hey, Jal, welcome and congratulations. You, despite feeling that you were in last, you came in first. I mean, technically,
I honestly can't believe it.
Technically, we gave the win to Corndan because Corndan used the password to go to level 3, but he's a zombie, so it doesn't count.
I was only using the information given to me by the GM. No less.
Wait, where was this password?
He DM'd it to me so I could show off level 3.
It was
There was no way I was
okay.
gonna do
It
it.
was one of those sneaky GM DMs, Ooh.
Why didn't I get that?
I'm innocent.
Earn your password. You had to get through the menace that was stage 2.
Yeah, Jal, talk
my
to me
God.
about this game. How do you feel about Vortex for Super Nintendo?
I honestly like it, but more so now knowing there's a map button. I was kind of going crazy by the end there. And then I saw the map and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's... Oh my gosh. Yeah, a map helps. Like, you have the mini map, but it's not super helpful. I gotta be honest.
The compass.
Okay, a compass. Yeah. No, at the bottom left, like, you can see where enemies are compared to you,
yeah.
but that's not really
There is, like,
super helpful.
There is a tiny mini map, but it's not super helpful other than, oh crap, enemies behind me, that's why I'm getting shot.
Yeah.
But, yeah, then you hit start and there's a full map.
It helps so much.
Yeah,
Especially if it gives you
I
some of the
love the
keys and
ideas
stuff.
in this game. Like, it It got fairly low reviews because of the lag in the game, which I feel is understandable. That the tech wasn't completely up to par, and also, like, other games that did this open world idea definitely did it better later on. It just wasn't the right console or the right time for this game, I feel. I don't know.
Yeah, this would have been a cool PS1 game.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were
Yes.
saying. Like, if it was released in that generation, I think people would have remembered this game a lot more fondly.
Yeah, like I was
Yes.
saying, if you have a first-person section, you have to have strafing. If you don't, you are a criminal who deserves what's coming to you.
There were no buttons left, so they had to have the
Yep.
weapon switch and the robot switch.
There's so many controls that include holding on the button and pressing another button on it here, just for specific movements. They tried.
I mean,
And even
yeah, they tried. That's fine.
nobody seemed to swap weapons either. Where some of those weapons are unlimited ammo, they're really important though, but nobody decided to use them. These are too powerful, I guess.
I mean, to be fair, swapping weapons on the first boss made the first boss like disappear like no one's business.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So,
Yeah, that's what.
yeah, Jel, was there anything that you particularly liked or disliked about the game?
I can't say I liked the hitboxes. I kind
Yeah.
of got hit out of nowhere and rammed into things that I didn't think I was going to ram into.
Yeah, I
But-
was like, you know, we have people who are extremely strong players here. Nobody has beaten stage 2. You know, welcome to Kusogrand8. This game, as it turns out, has problems.
Yeah, stage 2, while I wouldn't say it's the hardest stage in the game, I think it's one of the more, possibly even the most involved stage in the game. There's just a lot of steps you have to do. Not having any checkpoints in the stage is also makes it really rough.
Where do you have to go after getting the keys?
There's a facility in, I believe, the top left portion of the map, and if you go there, that is where the boss spawns, because, yeah, you
Oh,
still had a
God.
boss fight to fight.
Yeah, I knew that, but there was no way I was winning.
You did make good use of going outside the playfield to refuel.
That was really funny. Why was that a mechanic?
I don't know.
Because it's the only way you're gonna get health.
Indeed.
I mean, there's some
Or
health
no
pickups.
health.
There are some health pickups in containers, but it's the most reliable way to get your health back because it's a method that will never go away.
It's your nanny coming today here. No, you don't get all the playpen here. Go back home, have a snack here, go back to your mission.
Yeah, go back to your mission. Well, Jal, it was great to have you here. Again, congratulations. It looks like you are locked in to the bracket again.
Yay.
Congratulations. Are you doing
Thank you so
anything
much.
stream-wise that you'd like to shout out or anything that you'd like to plug?
Oh, I just play garbage games. What did I play last? I played The Ring, Terror's Realm.
Oh my
So if anyone
gosh.
likes garbage games, yeah.
Oh, nobody here
Which
likes
I'm
garbage.
assuming everyone does, yeah.
Oh, we eat garbage.
I have it so my viewers choose what I play, so I have no say in the matter, so, you know.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Well, good, Jal. When do you usually stream?
I stream on Mondays and Thursday nights, Eastern time,
Perfect.
7.
Monday's like the day that I don't stream. Like, if I'm going to have streams, like Monday's the one day that I usually try to have off that I'm like, no Monday. Monday's my day off. Although that's not always the case, but it's what I try to have off the most. So I'll have to swing by sometime and see your garbage.
Yeah, it's fun stuff. I'm playing Laura's Happy Adventure next. I think that's what it's called.
Aw, I hope that she is actually happy. Good.
Me too.
Well,
We'll
all
find out
right.
soon.
Thank you so much. Corndan already took off. Thank you, Corndan. Okami and Polk, thank you for helping with the game. Polk for choosing. And Okami and Polk, I believe you're going to be staying with me because we've got Retro Book Club coming up next. Jal, thank you. We'll let you go.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Now, before we go over to that, though, I do want to do a couple things. First off, thank you for everybody who subscribed and followed. Second, thank you. I don't remember what I was going to say. Oh, I want to run an ad because I need to use the restroom because we're going to be here for a while.
Yeah, I should probably use the restroom as well.
Okay,
we're in for the long
so
haul.
2-minute break, and then you can go ahead and bring everybody into this specific voice channel. That's the easiest for me to capture on OBS. Otherwise, see you all in just a few minutes for Retro Book Club. Stay tuned at time. And I'll be right back.
That was a good restroom break.
Hello.
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 We have more people here.
Cheetahman was perhaps not the best choice to idle on.
No, no, no.
Why would you not play Cheetah Man? I feel like you should just be Cheetah Manning 24/7. It's just like mandatory Kusoing.
So are we putting the first game already? Is it really Cheetahman?
Really?
Don't,
No.
Yeah, don't pop the first game in yet. It's not Cheetah Man.
I actually submitted a good game. Thank you very
My
much.
game's here. What?
Oh my gosh. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Apparently, y'all hopped in and started talking, and chat's like, what y'all talking about? Which is fine. I hope you didn't say anything embarrassing. Gosh.
No, we weren't making fun of you this time.
This time?
This time.
Yeah, everybody, welcome to my life. Hey, I want you all to know that next weekend we've got Big Bad Gameathon. You definitely should watch twitch.tv/BigBadGameathon or go to bigbadgameathon.com.